Good morning. Let's get this truck washed and we'll do some work on it after that. We have ourselves a brand new set of power downs. Thank you very much, Filters and More. Get all your suspension needs met there. We're going to throw these in. What I'm going to do is put the camera up here and we're going to go for a drive and watch what that shock does, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing when the new ones are in and see the difference and go over some pros and cons, benefits of changing them really. So these ones, I've noticed the ride just getting a little off recently, so we're going to change them, some new ones. Check out the movement on this shock absorber. When you see the new POWERDOWN shock fitted, you'll see how excessive that is in comparison. Let's run through some quick facts. What is the role of a shock absorber? The role of the shock absorber is to control the movement or the oscillation of the spring, providing a measured amount of resistance to keep your tyres in constant contact with the road surface. How long will a shock absorber last, and when should I replace it? How long a shock absorber will last depends on the application, the amount of kilometers traveled, and what type of suspension it is controlling. It is time to replace your shock when you start noticing some irregular tyre wear, like scalloping or flat spots across the tread pattern, unusual handling or braking, and even a loss of immediate control over bumps or potholes. You feel it kind of wandering around without your immediate input into the steering or the braking systems. You just would have saw the footage of under the driver's side of the bonnet, watching that shock in action. That is the old shock. Right now we get this new one. We're going to swap them over, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. Go for a drive with the camera up there so you can see how it moves, and if there is a difference, which I've got a feeling there will be because these things are cactus. So time lapse the install. Like, look how easy they are to move. They're just cactus. Get these bottom ones off here. So worn out, kind of okay. P155. Get these stud mounts cleaned up, and then get these things on. All right, we're ready to get this shock on. All I done was clean them up with some brake cleaner and a razor blade just to get all the gunk off. That's all grease. Got some red rubber grease on there for these shock bushes. So we're gonna get them in. there you have it. New power downs in each side. The old cool cells just go in a box in the garage. Might use them on a project later on. Nothing on the road obviously because they're cactus, but we'll use them for something, I reckon. There you go. I'm gonna mount yours back up here and we're gonna go for a drive. So pay attention to the rebound here. It is so minimal, and in the truck it feels so stiff and so rigid. Perfect. I did not realise how bad the old shock absorbers were until I drove out of my driveway with these new ones in. Night and day difference. Let's go through some features of these POWERDOWN SUPERSHOCKS. With an increased oil capacity, the shock's ability to dissipate the heat and operate at a cooler temperature over long distances and constant high-speed movement. Upgraded dampening forces to suit our roads and higher horsepower applications. The one-piece I-rings for increased strength and durability with 360-degree welds. Polyurethane bushings have the capacity to bear higher loads and tension under compression. POWERDOWN shock absorbers achieve enhanced performance and longevity due to the larger external body sizing, improved dampening, increased piston sizes, high temperature oil, and seals that are resistant to those elevated temperatures. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Huge thank you to POWERDOWN for an awesome product. Big thank you to Filters and More for your continued support. Head in store, use that AFT10 code, save yourself 10% and have a good day.